dates, coffee dates, coffee dates, coffee dates. I want to know why people care if a woman says that she doesn't, specifically a black woman, says that she doesn't want to go on a coffee date. I I really think that a lot of these things, when people tell black women, like, oh, why can't you go on a coffee date? Why can't you go to the park? Why can't you let a man take you to McDonald's? I really do think a lot of it is rooted in people don't think that black women deserve to have the best of everything. But y'all let me know. Number one, why do people care if black women don't want to go on coffee dates? And why are people attacking a black woman that said that she doesn't want to go on coffee dates? Why are people talking about her looks, her body, her hair, her face? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, I have no idea why someone's opinion on if they would rather go on a coffee date is enough for people to personally attack them. Like, why? If that lady doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to go. She doesn't need you to tell her nothing about what she looks like. If you feel like what she is asking is unreasonable, let her figure that out. There's no reason for you to say anything. And that goes into number two. Why are so men angered? Why are men so angered by women who have standards? Why is it that men, anytime they hear a woman have standards and say that she won't accept this or she won't accept that or she wants this or that, men just start going crazy? And it doesn't even make sense to me, because when women accept the bare minimum from men and it doesn't work out, the first thing those same men do is tell that woman that she should have chose better. Why you choosing Pookies? Why you choosing Ray Rays? Why you aren't choosing a man that values you or cares for you? So I don't understand why men are angered when women have standards. Because if women don't have standards, y'all attack them for that too. You do. If a woman gets with a man and he ain't got no money, he ain't got nothing going, and things don't work out, the first thing y'all say is that, oh, black women are attracted to the losers and to this and that. Hey, how you doing, Whitney? Hey, Miss Scott. So that's number two. Number three, I wanted to say, like, men are always talking about women and their standards and it's too high and this, that, and the third, and then attacking the women who say these things. If you feel like the women's standards are too high, why does it matter? You don't want them. You say you don't want a woman with standards. So if you don't want her, why does it matter what she wants? So if you don't want her, why does it matter what she wants from a man? I can't even tell you how many women I've seen talk about they want a man that's going to provide or pay the bills or something like that. And then all I see is men like just jumping off the front porch, yelling, screaming, calling a woman out of her name, saying she going to be alone and all of this stuff. And it's like, okay, if you don't want this lady, you don't want this woman, why does it matter if she wants a man to pay her bills or not? If you think she's never going to find a man to pay her bills, let her find that out. Like, what? It doesn't make. And I think that leads into number four. I really do believe that men, they need women so badly. No, it doesn't matter what they tell you. It doesn't matter if they tell you, oh, we not cool. We cool on women. We don't care about women. We tired of women. They're lying to you. That's the reason why they care, because I feel like, it's not that many people in the live yet, but I feel like if I asked you guys, if you see a man that you don't find attractive, right? You look at this man, you don't find him attractive, you don't want him, you think he's ugly, you think he's gross, whatever, you think he's broke, whatever the case may be. And he's out there saying what he wants from women, 9 times out of 10, you're going to laugh and you're going to keep it pushing. You're going to laugh in a group chat with your friends and keep it pushing. You're not going anywhere yelling and screaming, trying to get that man to change his mind. Are you? I don't think so. So that's why I say men definitely need women. It doesn't matter what they tell you they do, because women don't behave like that. When women don't want men, or they think a man's standards is too high, they just ignore them and keep it pushing. That's it. Hey, good afternoon, supervillain. Hey, sorry I didn't come back. I ended up having a whole lot of stuff I had to do yesterday. And then my TikTok was acting up, so I just said forget it. Um, Number 5. I wanted to say also, this plus size woman who's an attractive woman that said that she didn't want to go on coffee dates. Let me tell you, not only are men attacking her, but it's also women attacking her as well. And I want other women to know that you will always have problems in situations like this when you are a woman and you say that you have standards. Because pick me women, they want all women to lower their standards. Because pick me's are actively already lowering their standards. So if they can get you to lower your standards, they'll feel good about the choices and the decisions that they're making. So because it's like this, if you say that you won't accept a coffee date and they accepted a coffee date from a broke bum and now they got baby mama and now he's in her house, sitting on her couch, playing Call of Duty, she needs to have somebody else that she can look at and say you did the same. She can't see you over there getting taken out to dinner, getting taken you know what I mean? Like a symphony, an opera, a play, you know what I'm saying? A Broadway show. She can't have you, a comedy show. She can't have you doing that because then she's going to feel really bad about the choices and the decisions that she made. And lastly, I wanted to talk, and I'm actually going to make a video on this, but I wanted to talk about the delusion of Black women and the worship of the white T-man, because I don't know if anybody watches Love Island, but it was a white T-man on there named TJ, had reposted questionably racist things, and is a Trump supporter and all of that. And this white T-man uploaded a video of him singing Mary J. Blige, Be With You, you know that song? And Black women are going crazy in the comments. And they act like they forgot that this is more than likely a racist individual. And every time I see a white T-man or a non-Black man for that matter do the barest of the bare minimum, let me block this person, Rich Amenities. Matter of fact, I'm not. You told me to shut up. Get in the box and tell me to shut up, Rich Amenities. I bet you won't, though. I bet you won't get in the box, Rich Amenities. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Y'all never do. Because y'all scary. But as I was saying, I sat there and saw all of these Black women going in and throwing their panties at this white T-man. And the only thing he did was sing a Mary J. Blige song. And this is what I mean when Black women tell me that every experience that they've had with the man has been negative. I really do feel like some of it has to do with the actual standards for Black women being in the deepest, darkest pits of hell. I really do believe that, honestly, because there's no way in the world you can see a white T-man that y'all already knew was borderline or out and out racist. And now y'all want to give him the draws because he sang a Mary J. Blige song in the bathroom, and not even one that is something that only Black people would know, but the most mainstream popular Mary J. Blige song I think ever. That doesn't mean he's down with you, girl. That doesn't mean he likes Black women. Like what? Like I really pray that Black women get delivered from their desperation, because it's really getting out of hand. Hey, T, it's really getting out of hand, man. The desperation that I see from Black women is like, I don't even know. Like, it's getting to be scary. It's actually getting to be frightening to me. And it's like, it's so many Black women that don't even see it. And when you try to tell them like, hey, you know what? You're acting desperate. Or, hey, these decisions that you're making are rooted in desperation. They start going in on you. Hey, Cookie, how are you doing, sis? So anyway, that's what I want to talk about, those things. But number one, the top topic is coffee dates. Do y'all mind the coffee date? Do y'all think going on a coffee date is a big deal or no deal? Do you think that women should be shamed for saying that they don't want to go on a coffee date? Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all. Now, I haven't been in the dating market for, I mean, shoot, it'll be 20 years pretty soon. But I will say this is I don't think that men were as crazy back when I was, dating. But I'll say when I was dating, I never had, and I dated black men, okay? I never had a black man take me out for a coffee date, ever. I'm just keeping it real with you. Every last man that I ever went on a date with said, "Hey, I'll take you out to eat. Where you want to go? Where you want to go?" Or they either said that or they said, "I have a place for you to go. I'll take you here. You cool with that?" I say, "Cool." I never in my life had no black men trying to be like, "Oh, let me take you to coffee. Let me take you to get a cup of frappuccino." Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not saying that black men were the best back when I was dating or anything like that, but I really do believe that red pill and like this type of brainwashing is like really getting to men. Like, I really do. I really think that they're doing a lot of things that these red pill people have told them, and they don't realize that all that's going to do for them is leave them alone or leave them with never the women that they want. They're not going to be able to get those women. And I wish that they would realize that because men need women way more than women need them. And it's just crazy. Like, I don't understand it. Let's see here. Isaac Singleton says, realistically, I'm not going on a major date unless we're locked in or I'm vetting. What is a major date, Isaac? Like, is taking somebody for coffee like a date that you feel like is right? Like, I'm confused. Like, legitimately, I'm confused at what you're saying. Because I know that if I was single, right? And I was talking to a man and he said, "Yeah, um, I can only take you out for coffee unless we get in a major relationship." Blocked, blocked and deleted. You're blocked and you're deleted. You won't have to worry about vetting me. You won't have to worry about a major relationship. You won't have to worry about anything because you're what? Blocked. You're blocked. Okay? Because what are we talking about? Honestly. What are we talking about? Let me stop it. Oh, what are we talking about? I wish somebody would. I really wish. I really wish. It's like you think you want to try to treat me like I'm a cheap heifer. Like, I mean, you got to be real. And the thing about it is that I honestly believe that men try this stuff with women that they don't value already off the top, off rip. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. There's a man here in the chat. I'm gonna tell you, if you had a chance to go on a date with the whatever you think is, let me ask you, Isaac Singleton, who is the most beautiful woman to you? Can you tell me who is the most beautiful woman you think you've ever seen in your life? Isaac Singleton. I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds to type that in the chat. If not, I'll just use someone. But Isaac Singleton, who you specifically, who is the most beautiful woman that you've ever seen that you just think is like your dream woman, and you would just be so, you couldn't believe it if you were able to get her to date you and agree to be with you. Please tell me who that is. Okay, I'm gonna count to 10. 10, 9, 8. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Isaac Singleton says he doesn't have anybody. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna use a black woman as my beauty standards because black women are the standard. Okay, so let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Me personally, I think that Jodie Turner. I don't know if y'all know who that is. She was in Queen and Slim. I think that she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my freaking life. I just was like, wow, she's stunning. Okay, there's another man in the chat. He said Nia Long. All right. So let's say you got Nia Long, prime Nia Long, at her peak Nia Long, even though Nia Long is beautiful still. But we'll just say, you know how men be. So you see Nia Long, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is my dream woman. She's so beautiful. She's so sexy. She's all of this. I can't even believe she's giving me the opportunity to talk to her. And this woman is your dream woman. Like she's the woman that you've always fantasized about. Would you ask her out for coffee? Huh? Or would you know that you would need, and you knew that a lot of men wanted her. You knew that she had a lot of competition. You knew a lot of men were on her body. You knew that you would have to be fighting to get chosen. Would you ask her for coffee or would you take her somewhere like that you knew that you wanted to impress her? I already know the answer. I already know the answer. Thank you, John. John just admitted the truth. He said he will pull out all the stops. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. When a man asks you out for a coffee date, he does not like you that much. He does not think you're all that. You are not his dream woman. He don't find you super sexy. He doesn't think that you're the girl of his dreams because if he did, he would never fix his lips to ask you something so asinine. For real. And that's all I'm saying. And I wish men would admit that you're already trying to lowball the woman and treat her like she's less than. So in my opinion, I don't think I love coffee, right? But if a man asks me for the first date for a coffee date, no, no, no. Now, if I think it's the reverse, if we're already locked in, we're really cool, we're heading towards dating, and you just like, hey, I'm just out and about. You want to meet me here real quick? We'll grab some coffee and go kick it? Sure. But the first date, please be for real. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No. No. Look, the woman is investing her time and even speaking to you. So, like, why is it just about your investment? She's investing her time to go get ready to go get in your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Men are already a risk. Like, there are women out here getting unalived on the first date. So why in the world I'm going to get unalived by trying to meet you at Starbucks? Please get out of here, sir. No. Let me go down here to T first, then Coach T, then Supervillain. Go ahead, T.
Hey, hey,
Hey, sorry
Supermom,
you guys, I didn't
girl.
come back yesterday. I started
No,
having
you
problems
good.
with the TikTok and everything, and I just was like, forget it.
Don't worry about it. Another day, another dollar. Listen, me and Supervillain was just talking about this on the phone. Great minds think alike. Because, baby, when I tell you, listen, I don't know when BL came in, jumped on the quote unquote coffee dates, because that's usually something I see in movies with white tea people. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I usually see that in movies or a television show with white tea people when a guy asks a girl, "Oh, you want to go for coffee sometime?" Whatever the case may be. I never knew that to be part of black culture, honestly speaking. That's number one. Number two is exactly what you said. The reason why these dudes are basically offering supposed coffee dates is because they don't really like the woman. They don't really like her. And secondly, men feel like I don't want to take a woman out on a date, and she get a supposed free meal out of me. So they figure it's a two for one special. One, I took the chick out, so she should be grateful. Two, I paid for $1 cup of coffee. That should be enough that if she says no to my advantage, like she says no to me want to hit it, I didn't spend that much money and got rejected, and this will show that I took some type of initiative, you know. But the main thing that bothers me is not the men. It's not the men trying to gaslight women. It's the women trying to get involved in this conversation, trying to tell other women and coach other women into accepting these goofy coffee dates. Listen, just because you had met a man in the middle and you made it easier for him to bag you, that don't mean the next woman wants to do that. Just because you wanted to make it easier for a man to be in a relationship with you because you don't want to frustrate him enough for him not to be interested in you, to be in a relationship because you de hungry, you de starving, doesn't mean every woman have to do the same damn thing. Like seriously. I saw the video when the woman was saying how she would never accept no dates, and I was really disgusted with the amount of black women that stitched her video talk about she should be grateful that anybody asked her for a date. I think I think that was all projection. That they feel that the dating market for them is so slim to none that they will feel grateful for a man asking them out for a coffee date. I think that was projection. It was a woman that said how, oh, my husband took me out on a coffee date, and now we're married for 19 years. But the funny part is how a lot of those women don't like to tell us how long it took to get that funky ring. These chicks will sit up there and be in a relationship with these dudes for 15 years and finally got married. 4 years went by. We've been married for 19 years. No, that's not the case. And most likely, you was the pursuant of the relationship. You was the one chasing the man. Not everybody want to settle for some raggedy little coffee date. And the reason why I'm gonna wrap this up, I said what I said on the phone with my girl Supervillain, that I'll be honest with you. I'm actually simple like that. I would like to just go to, when I was like single, I would have loved to just sit down and chill and do something very, very like a little simple date, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Getting ready for a date became very tedious to me. It became very tedious to me. But however, I had to do that because I don't want the perception of the guy thinking that I'm cheap. And that's why a lot of women be making you dudes go out and above and beyond, because what y'all like is a cheap thrill. Y'all like a cheap, fast, and easy thrill. And that's the problem. So if a woman will say, "Oh, I accept the coffee date," y'all gonna look at her, "Oh, look how easy it was for me to beat." So y'all did that to yourselves. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And you're so right, because they say that they want these women. You're so right, because they say that they want these women that are so-called inexpensive. But if you are like that and you do something with them, that's the first thing they gonna say: it didn't even cost me nothing to get in them drawers. You didn't even make me do nothing. Looky here, I had you at Starbucks and now I was up in them guts. Duh. Now you feel stupid. Now you like, wow, I should have just.
Oh, Trigger, did you see the interview with Kurt and Rashida? When they was talking, right? And I noticed a lot when dudes say this in the beginning of a relationship in an interview. The most toxic, narcissistic men that I have seen in a relationship that's cheating on, like, serial cheaters and stuff, treating a wife like crap. They all said the same thing in the beginning. She didn't require much of me. Red flag, ladies. You see how these men think? The most disgusting men always want to throw it in your face how easy it was to get you.
All right, all right. Let me go up here to Coach T.
Hi, Trigger. Hey, T.
Hey.
Super villain. I'm so glad to see you ladies in live and on the panel. I feel like I haven't seen y'all all together in so long, but I'm happy to be up here with y'all and Trigger having this conversation. Trigger, I had sent you that video earlier that we was talking about. I'm gonna have to T, I think I sent it to you too. I'm gonna have to send it to you, super villain, but we can get to that. But number one, why do people care if Black women don't want to go on coffee dates? They care because they see, like T said, they see Black women as not desirable and not their choice. So they think that as Black women, we should internalize their view of us and how they feel about us instead of having our own sense of self and having our own self esteem. They don't feel always comes down to this desirability and this value, how much they value us. So since they don't think we're valuable or desirable, they think or and feel like we should believe that about ourselves, that we should prioritize their point of view of what we deserve versus what we actually want or what we desire. And it's actually very abusive and narcissistic behavior, because why would I care what you think about me more than I care what I think about me? Like, you're not the authority in my life, I am. And so yeah, it's very weird. Number two, why are men so angered by women who have standards? They're so angry because they can't meet the standard. They can't meet the simple basic women saying, be open, be honest, be a caring person, like be compassionate, considerate, be somebody who is a good listener, like just be an all around good person. You know, like they're upset because they can't even meet them standards. Because I'll be honest with you, I know too many women and I myself who the standards was not even high. It wasn't take me on an expensive date. It was just, be consistent, have an open flow of communication, be, like transparent, those types of things. And it's like they just can't do it, but they won't pick a struggle. So on the one hand, they don't want to meet your emotional needs. Then on another hand, they don't want to meet your financial needs. And on the other hand, like they don't want to meet your needs for intimacy and like friendship and all. So like it's real weird the way that they tell women that they don't like us or care about us, but want us to continue to engage in relationships with them. It's very weird. Three, if you don't want them, why does it matter? And I'm gonna answer three and four together. Why does it matter if you don't want them? And why and that men need women more than women need them? It's because that men do want us. Like they do they do want women. And T talked to that point earlier about like they want the most return with the least investment. Like they want to be able to get the most while doing the absolute least. Literally the absolute least. And now we're calling them out on it. They're upset and they're trying to do this double whammy of like, oh well, you was ugly, I didn't want to talk to you anyway, type of thing, where we be like, no, I'm not interested, or no, we don't want to go on a coffee date with you. Well, I didn't want to take you out anyway. I know you didn't want to take me out anyway. That's why I said no, I don't want to go on a coffee date with you. It's just like the gaslighting and the mind games they try to play. Five, these pick me's are so dangerous. Five and six go together. So these pick me's and the worship of black men, like they're so dangerous. They'll put you in harm's way or in situations where you can be harmed just by being close to them or like being in close proximity with them. It's like that saying birds of a feather flock together. Like the pick me's be around and the men thinking that because they're pick me's are promoting a certain message that all women should have a certain viewpoint or agree with pick me's. Like it's just really crazy to want to be picked and chosen by somebody who really can't do, like you can't do anything for me, like not even just money wise, like you don't add any value to my life. When you're in my life, I don't feel more peace, I don't feel more joy, I don't feel more fulfillment. I'm just annoyed, aggravated, and stressed out, and I'm even more poor because regardless of what they say in these conversations about like 50-50 splitting bills, being in a relationship and all of your life, it will automatically become more expensive with a man in it. Men eat more food than we do. Men use more water than we do. Like they take up more space than we do. So like it's just automatically things in your life are going to become more expensive and more daunting when you have a man in your life. And so when you set the foundation of that relationship at a coffee date, you're going to be in for a long ride and a rude awakening, because the truth and what they don't tell you is it's this whole choose better narrative, is that we teach people how to treat us. And if I allow you to treat me a certain way, even though I like coffee, I would never tell no man that, because as soon as you ask me on a coffee date, I'm gonna say, oh, I don't drink coffee. I don't even know what you're talking about. You ask me on a date to go get cocktails or get drinks, oh, I don't drink. So like I don't know what you're talking about. So it's like the dating market is trash because of the so-called choosers of marriage, the so-called people who get to decide on marriage. They've made it this way and now want to try to blame us as women because they've made relationships transactional. And now that we as women are agreeing, like, okay, well, then the relationship will be transactional. They're upset that we now want to set the price. They're upset now that we want to set the price for engagement. They're upset about that. And it's just funny to me. So like I'll say like any man who want to offer you on a coffee date, just block him. Like don't even bother going back and forth. Even if he say, oh, do you want to do something else? absolutely don't want to do nothing else with you because you already just shown me what your intentions are. And best believe he gonna get you at that Starbucks or McDonald's or wherever coffee place and try to convince you to go back to his apartment or his mama house or to the Motel 6 for Netflix and chill.
All right, all right, all right, all right, Coach Steve. Let me go up here to Miss Supervillain.
Hey, triggered. Y'all,
Hello.
let's get her to the like she deserves. Y'all know that's my favorite thing to say. Let's tap, tap, tap the screen. It's free. Hey, panelists, those in the comment section. It's so funny. Me and T were just having this conversation. I swear, it's like Trigger, you are in the group chat. We literally just had this conversation today. I want to say that, first of all, to begin, love all the prompts. I want to touch on each and every one of them. I'm going to go one and spin the block because, I don't want to monologue or anything like that. But I definitely, if I can really quick, I have to point out a comment that was made in the comment section by Bilal. I'm not sure if that's a man or woman, but it says men are just bored with women. This is so disingenuous and incorrect. Men are absolutely, unequivocally not bored by women. If that were true, things like human trafficking, the sex trade, all of that would be not a multi-trillion-dollar business. So saying something like that is just so disingenuous. The issue with men is their proximity to women is less and their control of women is less and they're frustrated. But they're absolutely positively not bored with women because if they were, they just simply leave women alone. Like how they don't care for their kids, how they don't care for the environment, things of that nature. So please, no faulty statements here. I want to say to number one, why do people care if black women do not want to go on coffee dates? I thought this was so interesting because to me, Trey, I feel like if you are a guy dating and you think their first date is a coffee date and the woman you're pursuing does not want to go on a coffee date, simple math would show that y'all are not compatible. You should probably move on. I don't understand the fighting about wanting to make someone who does not want to do something do it. Again, if your first thought of a great first date is coffee, and you're pursuing a woman who doesn't want to do that, you should move on. There are plenty of women who are okay with the coffee date, but they don't want those women. They don't want the woman that's happy with a coffee date. They want the woman who wants to go to, I don't know, Lamani's or a rooftop in New York. They want her to go to Starbucks. The math never, ever, ever makes sense. By the way, if you want a coffee date, have you been to a coffee shop lately and just asked the woman out on a date while you're there? No, because they don't actually want the woman who wants to go to coffee. Again, they want to control, they want to make the woman, and not that a woman who likes coffee has lower standards, but they want the woman who doesn't want to do it to change her standards. I keep telling y'all, they get off on consent and coercion. That's their thing because there are a million of women in the coffee shop who go to coffee every day and would love for you to buy them a cup of coffee and sit down with you. Do y'all even go to get coffee? Do y'all even drink coffee? These men who are so gung ho on coffee dates. Because you would run into a million women in the coffee shop that you could have went on a date with. But no, again, their point is coercion and consent. And I know it seems like uh a wild thing to say, but it really is that at the end of the day. But my thing is, I said women, if we want to start playing this game, Trig, this is my thing. You want a coffee date? Okay, I'm gonna come to the coffee date the way I look when I drink coffee. When I drink coffee, Trig, I'm absolutely tired. So I'm coming to that coffee date, no makeup, hair in a messy bun, pajamas, and the only reason why I won't wear my fuzzy slippers is because I don't wear them outside. If that coffee date is what you want, I'm coming looking like I'm ready to drink coffee, real tired. Or we can do it the flip side. You want to take me on a coffee date? I'll go with you. Guess what? We're going to rooftop for that coffee date where a cup of coffee is $45, $50. So if you really want a coffee date, that's fine. But we're going to go somewhere like Prime Rib or somewhere where, again, the coffee is $50, $60 a cup. I yield for now.
All right, all right, all right. I got you. I got you, super villain. I'll go up here to Gabrielle, and then I got something to say, but I'll wait till I get to Gabrielle. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, hey Trigger, good afternoon. I
Hey.
definitely did want to weigh in on the prompt because I do have some thoughts on this. I definitely think the whole coffee dates thing, I mean, I'm gonna be honest and say there was a time where like the idea of like for me personally, a guy asking, do you want to go out for coffee? Like I really would not have thought that there was like an agenda behind that. Would have thought, okay, like, whatever. But now knowing how that I know that there's like an entire manosphere where like the whole coffee date thing is supposed to be basically viewed as a way of like breadcrumbing adjacent or like being intentionally low effort. Now I would not, do a coffee date. Like for me, like my ideal day is like let's go out to dinner to a nice restaurant, whatever. And like if a guy doesn't want to do that, like that's completely fine. He and I don't need to date that like that, but that's just me. I mean, I really do think, I do think when it comes to coffee dating, there was a time where it genuinely was just like innocent. It wasn't a thing where we're supposed to be low effort, but I think it has turned into that now. And so I just wouldn't, for me, I wouldn't be a part of it. I think people care about, BLK women not being a part of that because they think that we should just be grateful for like anything, like just the idea of a guy wanting to ask us out for coffee. And for me, it's like, no, we can go to a nice restaurant and you can pay the bill, or we can, just like not go out, period. But that's just me. As far as number two goes, I think they are angered by us having standards because they can't meet these standards. Like they're so so focused on wanting to feel above a woman or better than a woman, that they know that women who have standards automatically disqualifies them. It means that they as a collective have less access to women. So that I think that's at the root of their anger. And number three, if you don't want them, why does it matter? Yeah, I mean, I really do think people, women, men, like go out on the dates that you want to go out on and that other people want to go out on. I think to what Supervillain was saying, I think she made a great point because she was saying a lot of these men who want to do the coffee dates, they don't want to go out with other women who are content with coffee dates. They want to get a woman who, wants to go on, maybe a classier date, and they want to, have the power trip of making her think or making her change her mind and being able to say, oh, well, she used to, want to go out to nice restaurants and go here and there, but I converted her into, being a coffee dater. Like that is what they want. It's not even about the date for them. It's about the power trip, and it's about them wanting to have control. It's like the same logic as like conservative men who get mad when liberal women don't want to date them, but that's an entirely different conversation. And I do agree with number four, men need women way more, no matter what they say to you. I mean, that is factually true. There are all kinds of studies showing that married men live longer than single men, married men make more money than single men, married men tend to be in better health than single men, married men, get career boosts. I think fathers also are perceived as getting a career boost, whereas like when you look at these statistics, it tends to be the inverse for women. So I mean, yeah, I mean, men definitely benefit from marriage, and if they didn't benefit from marriage and women, they would not be complaining about declining birth rates, because there was a time where men used to talk about the old ball and chain. There used to be this stereotype of women like trying to beg and pressure men into marriage, but now that we see women are rightfully pulling back and there's a male loneliness epidemic, now they're complaining, and now they're wanting to repeal like the 19th Amendment and ban some abortion and do all of these things to basically force women into being with them. So that alone just proves that yeah, they definitely need women, and too many of these men will do anything except evolve and improve and actually become desirable people who women would want to be with. And number five, pick me's want all women to lower their standard. Yeah, I do agree with that. Pick me women, they definitely want women as a collective to just lower our standards and just be okay with like going for a walk in the park and calling that a date, or going to Starbucks. Like pick me women are low self-esteem, have low standards, and so when they see other women who have higher standards, it's like putting up a mirror to them of what these pick me women lack. So they do really get very much, offended by that. That is why, they will be, in comment sections on social media, like running to men's defense. And like anytime you as a woman are commenting on social media, anytime like a group of men are saying, oh, protect this one, this is, they don't make enough women like enough women like this. Anytime a group of men are saying that to you on social media, you can you are definitely not on the right side of things, and you definitely in most cases are probably a pick me. And the number six, solution of BW and worship of WM. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I don't think any group of men, whether it's YT, BLK, Hispanic, I don't think any group of men should be worshipped. Like I really don't. I do think it is delusional to worship any demographic of men. If you have like an individual man or individual men in your life who are great, that's one thing. But I think putting any group of men on a pedestal is delusional and actually dangerous, because right now men, a lot of them are going through this thing of wanting to roll back women's rights. Femicide rates are increasing. I go on social media every single day and I read these relationship horror stories. Like there was one woman who was saying that her husband was making these jokes about wanting to unalive her. She said something like she bumped her head on like a sink or like a cupboard or something, and her husband made a quote unquote joke about like the basically like the force it would take for like her skull to shatter. Like he was constantly making these jokes about wanting to unalive her, and she was questioning like, oh, am I looking too deeply into it? And the comment sections were like, no, you need to get out of there. Like this man hates you. So yeah, I mean, I know my time is running out. I promise I'm gonna wrap up by the time the timer goes down. But yeah, I definitely think that if you as a woman are worshiping any group of men, you're really not paying attention to what's happening. Like there's too much readily available to see on social media for you to be putting any demographic of man, regardless of the race, on a pedestal. So, but that's just what I think, and I'll land there.
All right, all right. I appreciate you, Gabrielle. And I'll just say, you guys, the reason why I did number six, I already said it earlier, but I know not everybody watches Love Island, but the last Love Island there was a white T man on there named TJ, and he got exposed for like liking racist posts and like being a Trump supporter and all of that other stuff. And he posted a video of him singing Mary J. Blige. I think it's like be with you. What is that? You know that one where she be like, call the radio if you can't be without your baby? Like that one, whatever song that is. I think that's Be With You or whatever. Which is like,
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
Be
like
Without You.
Be
Hmm.
Without You. Yeah, that's like one of the most popular, I think, like mainstream Mary J. Blige songs. So all I see in the comments, because I seen a black woman share like stitch it and say that she was disgusted with black women. And then she said black women always be acting so thirsty anytime a white man does the bare minimum. So I'm like, man, maybe she's over exaggerating. I go in them comments and I'm just so embarrassed and disgusted. And I'm just like, why is it that anytime a white T man does the barest of the bare minimum, all of a sudden it's like so major? I think that just makes black women look desperate and thirsty and makes them easier to be preyed upon by other races of men. And I say this all the time, like it's so many black women that tell me like, hey, I don't date black men, I don't have anything to do with them, which is fine. I'm not here to tell nobody to be with black men, don't. But when I see those women that say those things, willing to be like a mammy mule, do be used by a man just as long as he's not black, that's weird to me. Seeing black women be all thirsty in them comments for that man, I just is like, wow, like it just makes me see that like black women have just changed their desperation from black men to other races of men. And that, I think it makes us look so bad. I mean, I know we're not a monolith, man, but it's just so embarrassing to see it. It's just like, you got like, it's this other white dude on here. I forgot his name. All these chicks in there offering him head and all type of stuff. It's just like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, anyway, yeah, it's very, 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 very embarrassing to me. And I don't understand why they do it. Like, I think that until black women unpack their like desire for like, I don't know, like kind of like male centeredness, you have to unpack it, period. Not just where it comes to black men, because all you'll do is take it right on to the others. And that's why there's so many black women that date out that have also had horrible experiences, that still aren't married, that still don't have whatever it is they're looking for. Because you're taking those unhealthy attitudes right to the next. But like I said, I don't know. Like just the comments that I was seeing was just, it was just so embarrassing to me, like for real. And it's like, he's not even fine. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, it's just like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me just go back down from the bottom to the top again. Did you have something to say, T?
Oh no, I see my girl talk in here. What's up, girl? Come up here. Cause she was posting some videos about the same topic, the coffee date. Oh my goodness. Like that was why I wanted to mention about the amount of women that was so desperate for these coffee dates. It's really horrendous and it's embarrassing, honestly
And you know
speaking.
what, T? I was just gonna say real quick. I forgot to say this.
Yeah,
What made me the maddest was that it was so many black women attacking this woman. Like, oh, why are you, a fellow black woman, attacking another black woman and talking about her looks and all of these things, and that she doesn't deserve to have to make her own decisions on what she want to do? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And the lady was attractive anyway. She was just plus size, and I really just feel like making it seem like somebody that is plus size doesn't have the right to be able to have any freaking standards is, I don't even know what to say when the majority of these Negroes out here are plus size. Nobody's shaming them for running around here acting like they supposed to get a supermodel. I don't know. I just think it's so terrible. I really do, how everybody was attacking her. I just think it's ridiculous. If she don't want to go, she don't want to go. Like, it is nothing wrong with her not wanting to go. It's ugly men on this app every day. Ugly, busted, disgusted bandits talking about what they want and how they want a woman that look like this and look like that and got this and got that. When they don't got nothing in their ears, between their ears, they don't got nothing in their drawers. Their drawers is empty. They wearing, what is it, lifestyles, not magnums, and got the audacity to be saying they want anything. Why is it that men can ask for all of this crazy stuff, but women can't? Even though she wasn't asking for nothing crazy, I'm just saying. But go ahead, T.
I'm in the middle of something right now. Something just came up. Go just give me for now.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, let me go up here to Coach T. Did you have anything to say, Coach T?
Yeah, I think I was particularly disgusting the way that black women immediately started talking about how she looks and she don't deserve this or she don't deserve that based off just how she looks. And it's so funny because I was just telling somebody this yesterday, is that women, especially black women, we have to start ostracizing men for how ugly they are, like for their hairlines receding, for them not having no sense of style, for them just being losers, for them having high school diplomas and no college degrees. For like, we really have to just start roasting them. Like, if they teeth is crooked, if their lips always ashy, if their beard is sparse and not fully grown in, if their ears is shaped weird, like, we really have to start critiquing them the same way that they expect for us to be hyper aware and sensitive about how we look. Because the truth is, and the fact is that they don't like themselves. People who comment about what a black woman looks like, or, oh, she's not attractive enough for this or attractive enough for that, those are the people who just don't like themselves, and they don't like the features that we as black women have. Except you want, there you go, thank you. We as black women have. And I personally think that the last thing that men should be worried about is the attractiveness of their partners when they're choosing for relationships with women, because they're going to extract from that woman anyway and steal all of her beauty and joy and vitality anyway. So it's like, what do you even care about what she looked for? Because you're gonna try to run her down into the ground anyway. You're not gonna want to pay to get her hair done, nails done, anything. Whether she a so-called 10 or a 2, you're not gonna do nothing to make sure that she stayed looking as cute as she was when you met her. So it's like, what difference do it make? And I think that, like I said, men should be less worried about how women look, and women should be more concerned about how their male partner looks, their attractiveness, because he's going to stress you out anyway. And if he's going to stress you out and cheat on you, then he might as well be good and fun to look at. Like, that's nothing is worse than getting done wrong by an ugly man. And then even worse is having a baby with an ugly man. Like, that's the worst thing ever. I don't understand how men feel like they should be able to have relationships or even impregnate women who are, pretty or so-called super attractive to them. Like, ew, you don't even deserve to intermingle personal fluids with that lady. So like they're just weird. But yeah, like I said, it was really gross and disgusting to me how so many women flew to talk about how she looked. Like that really was what took it for me.
Yes, yes, yes. I definitely agree with you, Coach T. I think that people talk about, like, people will tell you like how bad men have it, but men don't have it bad. Men are not shamed for the way they look as often as they think that they are. You know, when you talk about women that talk about, oh, they prefer their men like medium ugly and things like that, like how many men do you hear say things like that? Like they want their women medium ugly or things like that. And anytime they talk
Never.
about,
They not gonna
yeah,
say that.
they
Never.
never say that. And if you know how, like, sometimes men will say like they want a plainer woman to marry, but they plan on having intercourse and making the woman of their dreams the more attractive woman. They just want the woman that they think is not that cute to be the laborer. You know what I'm saying? If there are men that
Right.
think like that.
Like homely looking.
Yes, yes, yes. And so my thing is that you can also tell by looking at cosmetic surgery. The majority of the cosmetic surgery, like, you got women right now going on a table, risking their life, because anytime you get put under anesthesia, there is a chance that you will not wake up and that you won't make it out. So you doing something that is not like, you don't have, cancer, you don't have a condition where you need an operation or anything, but you're actually risking your life to change your body to a body shape that you think is going to be more appealing to men. I think that should show, like, everybody right there how much more women have been conditioned to care about the gaze of men and what men think. Because how many men do you know in your personal life that went under the knife, or to go get a nose job, to go get something so that or go get a chin implant? You know how, like, some people like those angular looking features on men, to go get one of those or something like that. And I'm not saying there aren't any men that do it, but the majority of the time men don't do that. So it's like, that should let you know right there. And that's why and I also feel like ugly men, they're the most judgmental of everybody. In my opinion, like,
Yes,
ugly
they
men are
are.
the most judgmental of looks. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been on IG and there's been like, and these women are like objectively beautiful, like a fitness influencer, an IG baddie, whatever. And these women are actually stunning. They're objectively pretty. And then I'll see, oh, she mid. Oh, she not all that. And I will click on these men's profiles and they look, I
Busted
can't even
and
tell you how careful.
disgusted. But
Yes.
you
And
know what's
I'm
even
like,
worse
what?
is when it's on Facebook and you go on their profile and see what their mother look like.
Yes, yes, that too. That too. And that's what I mean. That's why I don't think that men have been shamed or not. I never had any problems at all with saying I don't want an unattractive man. If you're not attractive to me, if I don't think you're fine, or I don't, and also you're not taller than me, and I'm already tall, I'm 5'11", so you got to be tall to be taller than me. So I never had a problem telling men that. I never had a problem with saying, nah, son, you're not cute. You're not attractive. I never had a problem because men don't pull no punches like that when it comes to women. They don't. They
No,
don't.
and women, we need to be just as scrutinized. Remember on Boomerang
Yes.
when he didn't like that girl because something was wrong with her feet. Like I don't even remember like if she had
Yeah, she said she
funny
had
looking
like
feet or
bunions or something.
yeah, like he was like, oh no, because she this like women, we have to start being that scrutinizing and that petty. Are you familiar with the TikTok with Brene and Akira and all of that?
Yes, yes, yes. She's a damn wrong
Okay.
too.
We probably should do a live on that too, because that's a mess. But I've just seen so many people, so many women talking about how her ex-husband, Devon or Devin, whatever his name is, they're like, oh, he looking fine now. Da, 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 da. I go to click on a picture. I'm like, where's the fine at? I mean, it's one thing to say he did a good job by moving on and getting his life together, but fine, cute, attractive, like y'all taking it too far. Like it's really being taken too far at this point. Like we really have to just like stop lying to these men. Like you can say that he's a nice guy or that he looks better than he did, but fine,
Oh,
cute.
I'm sorry, Coach C. Just 1 second.
But
Uh,
like this, Like,
Just
please.
1 second, Coach T. I just wanted to say this guy right here. He just said while you were talking, he was like everybody in the chat, like not one of y'all married. Well, I will tell you, it's several women in here that are married. That's number one, Jacquees. But I feel like it's funny that I don't see a ring on your finger, Jacquees. I see that you got your mother's hips, but it doesn't look like you have a ring on. So why in the world are you shaming women or attempting to shame women for something you don't have yourself? Can you
Is
tell me
is
why
my
that is?
is my mic on?
Yeah, your mic is on. Can you tell me why
Okay,
you're trying to
perfect,
shame
perfect,
women
perfect.
for
Okay, all
something
right.
that you
Time
don't
out,
have
time out.
yourself?
Let's
Can you tell
let's
me why you're trying to shame? No, you listen. Answer
hold on,
that
time out
first.
because you didn't you just give me the flow?
Okay,
You
no,
just
I
gave me
just
the flow,
asked you a
right?
question. Answer the question.
Well, allow me to answer your question.
Are you married? Okay, first one, are you
So
married?
so, but you done asked me three questions. You want me to back
Oh,
up and answer your first one
okay,
first?
answer the first one. Are you married?
Okay,
Yes
all
or no?
right. So that wasn't your first question.
Are
Your
you
first
married?
question
Yes or
is
no?
why am I on here
Are
shaming
you
women?
married? Yes
I'm
or
married to
no?
money. I'm married
Are
to the
you
money.
married?
I'm the one with the
Okay, so
bag.
that's a no.
I'm married to
That's
the
a
money.
no. You're not married. Exactly. I knew you weren't married. And your hairline is pushed very, very, very far back. You might need to make an appointment to Turkey and get that fixed since you have all of this money. But like I said, you sitting there with your pants legs all the way lifted up, showing them red socks, making you look like you a Michael Jackson's beat it. I really need you to get it together. Cause that's my thing. You asking somebody if they married and you don't got a wife. Cause no woman has even thought to give you any time or attention unless you have $40 for her over there on the corner. So, like I was saying, my thing is that y'all need a dose of reality. You're not desirable. Your forehead is big. Your hairline is back. You got your mama's hips. You're not married. You got on red socks. You got your leg lifted up like a bad bitch. Like that's what you got it up there. Like you a baddie. You got it tooted and booted. I want to know who's doing the bending in your household. But like I said, y'all live in delusion, honestly and truly. What would make you feel like you would want to say anything about black women? Look at how you look. Honestly, who told you that you look good? Nobody but your grandma. Nobody at all. You look absolutely dreadful, and you look small too. And you look like you got a gut right there. And you know what I hate? The body type that I hate the most on men is men that are like not really fat, but not skinny or in shape either. Like it's in between. It's like a soggy body. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever had cinnamon toast crunch? Y'all ever had
Flabby
cinnamon
body.
toast crunch cereal where it's real good the first couple bites, but then it gets real soggy and unappealing? That's exactly how Jacquees looks. Very soggy and unappealing.
Soggy
Soggy
cinnamon
around the
toast
middle,
crunch bit.
soggy around the middle, like cinnamon toast crunch. I'm gonna call you cinnamon today, baby. Okay, I'm gonna call you cinnamon instead of Jacquees. Hey, cinnamon. So this is what you need to do before you think you're gonna come up here and talk about anybody. Talking about you get into the money. You just want to divert away from what I said. So the
So
next time
unlock
you
my
want to, once
so are
again,
you
no. So. The next time you want to judge a woman for being married, what you need to do is judge yourself for not being married. That's what you should do. What you need to do is judge yourself for not being married. That's what you should do because you can't get one woman to love on them hips, them lady hips that you got with that leg tooted and booted. Okay, Mike Jack?
let the mic go,
So
lady?
so I don't gotta let nothing go. I don't gotta let nothing go, Jacquees. I know you used to your
Off the
grandma
mic. See, you
doing what she
trying
say. Like I said, Jacquees, stop it. You're not gonna win this.
can't
You
win
got
by
you
only
got
talking.
you got all that money, Jacquees. What I need you to do, Jacquees, is since you want to keep unmuting yourself, now you're blocked. No, not blocked. I didn't block you. Now you're in the chat. Jacquees, I'm telling you, let me give you some advice. Since you got all of that money, since you married to the money, Jacquees, please take your married to the money behind to Turkey and have them tighten up their hairline. Please, please. And also, wearing red socks as an accent piece to the little red handkerchief that you have is very tacky. It's very tacky. Okay. And also, you being tooted and booted up against this little pillar right here, it looks very zesty, Jacquees. It really does. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We said your name was Cinnamon. Sorry, Cinnamon. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. You have mediocre men that have never once in a day in their life been looked at. Women have looked at them and said, oh my gosh, that man is so fine. That man is so sexy. I've got to have him. You've never heard that in your life. The only thing a woman has told you is that she can't wait to have whatever money you're trying to give her. Because you sure did bring that money up quick, which means that you probably lead with that if you have any. Do better. And that's all I gotta say. Like, I don't have nothing else to say, but this is how you should treat men moving forward. And I really think that the more women do things like this,
Go
because you
see
have a
your
lot of
tailor,
black men.
Cinnamon.
You
That
got a
suit
lot
is
of black men that are
baggy.
delusional. Yes, and you have a lot of black men, honestly, that, and it's not even just black men. Let me not even put that on black men. You have a lot of men in general that are delusional. They are unaware that they're ugly. And you want to know why? Because women have been far too nice to them and never told them the truth. Like, Jacquees, you are unattractive, really. I would say maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll be nice and give you a 2. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you 2 because Michael Jackson is my most favorite performer of all time. So the Red Sox is giving beat it. So I'll give you a 2 for that. But other than that, I can't give you nothing else. But go ahead, Coach T.
Yeah, I was just saying that's exactly how you have to start doing them. Like they really get too big for their britches and think that they like it means something that we supposed to care what they think or their opinion about anything. Like, and what's even worse is that men like Jacquees, like he could get a woman or like go on dates and stuff if he just wasn't such a horrible person. Like if you just would be a better person, like women would be willing to date you. But I'm saying that women going forward, we have to be more strict with our standards and our guidelines. So don't even give men like him a chance because don't he don't deserve it. And then saying like we should date each other, like you if you've ever been out to dinner or seen a group of women out to dinner, they eat like they eat food in order like they don't have bills. Like it's just extravagant. It's a table full of appetizers, entrees, cocktails, drinks, desserts. Like it gives opulence and decadence every time women go out together and eat in a group. And so saying like, oh, y'all should date each other, like that's not an
I
insult.
mean, you know what? What? You know what? I think that Jacquees should find a bad biatch like himself and date that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you should do. You know what I'm saying? Find you the baddest, baddest.
Definitely. Decide if you want to be on top or on the bottom and then go
Oh,
on and
who's
find your
doing the
match.
bending? Who's
Yeah.
doing the bending?
Who
Okay.
look who gonna be the boy? Figure out who gonna be the boy and go from there.
Oh, but like I said, I just always think it's so strange when men do that. Though it's very.
Go from there.
Oh, but like I said, I just always think it's so strange when men do that. Though it's very no, it's very, 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 very weird. It's like they have so much to say, and it's like for some reason, like they want to put on like the status of being married that only rests on the woman. So it's like, oh, you ain't married, you don't got no man. Okay, you don't have a woman. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like it's really, really crazy. You know what, Jacquees, I mean, excuse me, Cinnamon, I know you not talking about nobody's bad body. I just told you, you soggier than a piece of bread that fell in the sink. Sir, you big, bad built, bad body, built like a refrigerator, built like a luggage, piece of luggage that you drag across the doggone airport floor. Get
Get
out of here. You built like a doggone Nestle Crunch. You built like a doggone king size Hershey Symphony bar. Like, get out of here.
get
You
him.
you you built like a doggone French bread pizza. You look like a French bread pizza, sir. Get out of here. Your
Nigga shaped like a
forehead.
he shaped like a calzone.
Oh my goodness. You can't even get a full lineup, sir. Your hairline is back to the your hairline is all the way back in 1994. That's how far your hairline is pushed back. Please get out of here. I'm not gonna ever take this is my thing is that y'all, when you have to understand that you're ugly. Why would anybody care what you think about them or what you think their body gonna be? You would have to care about you or think you're somebody for anything that you say about us to matter. Look at yourself. You took a picture on a platform with your leg lifted like a baddie. Do you think anybody cares about what you think about their bodies,
And
sir?
the Easter Sunday suit that his mother bought him for seventh grade.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Like you look like a Mormon, bro. Like you at the Church of Latter-day Saints. Like get out of here. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You look horrific, bro. And you ain't gonna be tagging nobody because everybody about to block you soon. I normally block, but it's just so funny tearing you up because you look so absolutely ridiculous. That's what I mean. Like, and honestly, I really do believe that a lot of black men have a very inflated sense of self-worth. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares what you think. Nobody cares what you feel. Nobody cares if you think they cute or not. Nobody cares about none of that. None of that at all. Like, but y'all said that I'm harassing. Somebody's reporting me, y'all. They just flagged me for bullying. So let me block this man right here. Cause he in his feelings. I heard his feelings, y'all. So now he's reporting. Let me go ahead and block him. All right. He's blocked. The fun is over. Cause he just reported me for bullying. Which is crazy. You see what I'm saying though? You
No, Keisha, men don't need self care and maintenance appointments. Men need to learn how to do maintenance on cars and other home appliances and stay out of women's business.
It's crazy that this man reported it, but he didn't have no problem saying something crazy in the comments. Like, that's my thing is that it's like, I really do feel like a lot of times men, they cannot take what they dish out. They really do want women to just accept whatever they doing and be quiet. I just don't do that. Like, I really don't. Like, if you want to say something, but you gonna get something that's gonna be said back to you. But I noticed that with a lot of like black men, what they do is they say something to you and they expect you to just take it. And then if you don't, then they start reporting you and start telling on you and start getting mad. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't understand it, y'all. I really, really don't. Can y'all hear me in the comments? Cause somebody said, where's the sound at? It's freezing, y'all. Okay, hold on. It was another man in the live request box that said Mr. Opinionated. He probably wanted to speak too. I just blocked him too. Let me see if I see any more men in the live. I'ma block them all. I see some more men too. Hold on. All right, let's see. He's gone. Yeah, I'm gonna block this man too. All right, you're blocked. I'm gonna block this person too. Blocked. Let me block this person too. Okay, can y'all hear anything now? Cause can y'all hear me now, y'all? Let me know if y'all comments can hear now. I blocked several men that were in the chat. I even blocked this person named Mr. Opinionated because I already knew that he was probably he's probably reporting. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what it was. I just needed to block all the men that were in the chat. But you see what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what I'm saying. Like they can say whatever they want to you, but soon as you say something, now they in their feelings. It's crazy. Anyway, let me go up here to supervillain and then Gabrielle.
Ooh, that was a hard act to follow. I'm 100% in agreement with Coach T. We do have to start roasting them, reminding them that they beards are like bad Wi-Fi, not connecting. A lot of them got missing teeth and overgrown fingernails. The ones I don't understand are the dudes that look like 11-month pregnant and they don't have a uterus. I'm never gonna understand that because you don't. Why do you look pregnant? And then they always complain about doing hard, back-breaking work. Then how come you're not lean like a mother effer? Why are y'all walking around looking 11 and 12-month pregnant, doing hard, back-breaking work every day and no uterus? Why do y'all look pregnant? But anyway, I wanted to speak to number 6. I'm on the fence a little bit about this, Trey. Not really on the fence, but I have a bit more understanding. So I definitely, it does give me the ick when black women worship white tea men. Again, y'all, these people ancestors ate our ancestors for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and done other wild things to our ancestors. So I'm never going to understand that, especially the whole inviting them to the cookout thing. I do see the desperation, but I think it is reactionary. Our standards didn't start desperate. We were slowly dog walked there because of how society treats black women, especially black men. So I think any good or positive or anything that looks like reinforcement, we hang on and grab onto it for dear life. So let's not act like it. Black women are definitely love stars. No fault of our own, right? But we are love stars. So going on TikTok, hearing video after video after video of anti-black womanness, the first thing that's something that's not downing a black woman, I can see the desperate attachment to it. So I'm going to give it that. However, I always have in the back of my mind, especially when it comes to white tea people, that these people ate our ancestors, y'all. So stop inviting them to the cookout. It doesn't make sense to invite people who ate your great 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 grandmother to the cookout. So I'm always gonna have a soft spot with that. I understand it, but again, it comes with us being the validation for the younger ones, so we can curb this behavior. I wanted to really speak to number two. Why are men so angered by women who have standards? This one is funny to me because as somebody who is, what would you consider part of the 4B movement? I remember going into lives with Supreme and the men would come over and be like, we're going to unalive you. We're going to assault you, blah, blah, blah. Y'all women, we don't like y'all. Y'all can't get a man, this, that, and the third. So I just thought it was so funny. Why do y'all care about standards of women y'all do not want? I never understand that. If you don't like, if I don't like short men, you couldn't tell me three things that short men do. I wouldn't know because I don't care about them and I'm not in their business. I couldn't tell you three things short men would love to do because I don't care about short men. But for some reason, men that don't fit the standard, who also say they don't like certain types of women, like fat women or women with children, are always so concerned about our standards. For me, I'd rather women be delusional as much as possible. Put them standards all the way up to the sky because it's going to do two things. Number one, weed out the people that you should not be in proximity to. And number two, if it does keep you single, I will always think it's better for a woman to be single than to be caught up with a nignog that will break her heart or make her life more miserable. So again, why do y'all care about standards of women y'all do not want? And then the very women that y'all claim have all these attributes y'all want, y'all walk right past them. Y'all don't talk to them. Y'all ignore them, bringing it back to the coffee shop. Y'all love coffee shop dates, but never asking any woman inside the coffee shop on a date. It doesn't make sense. The math doesn't math, y'all. I yield for now.
All right, all right, all right. I got you. I got you. And I definitely understand what you were saying about the like the how black women don't see anything positive and stuff, and they may just gravitate towards something like anybody that says anything positive. And I do believe that is something to do with it. I do think that even though that I can see why it should happen, I do believe that it needs to stop though ASAP. But also I think there's another element to it because the white man wasn't even doing nothing positive for black women. All he was doing was singing in the shower or singing. He just got out the shower and singing Mary J. Blige. So it's just like, why does that make him worthy enough for you to throw your draws at him? He's done nothing to show you that he respects, loves black women or anything. Uh, just embarrassing, man. But I did understand exactly what you're saying about the other stuff, and everything you said, I didn't disagree with. I agree with it. Let me go up here to Gabrielle, you guys, and actually, I got to get off of here, y'all. Something just came up, but I'm gonna go ahead and let Gabrielle speak, and I'm gonna have to get out of here. I'll definitely try my best to come back today, but if not, I'll come back tomorrow. Go ahead, Gabrielle.
Yeah. I'll definitely keep it brief since I know you have to go. I just wanted to say that I definitely think the way that you handled, I don't even remember his name. I would just call him Cinnamon for like the LOLs, but I think that was great. And I think we definitely do have to be doing that because that guy was on this live saying that, I think he said like women on the panel had like bad bodies, but it's like, he's not, he objectively did not have a great body. I mean, it was atrocious. So but that is the thing where they live in delusion, and these are the same kind of guys who get angry about women having standards, who want women to be pick me's, and who insist that women are going to unalive alone if we don't lower our standards to the pits of he double hockey sticks. And like, I really do think continuing to call these guys out and hold them to account is so important. I think that's also why number six is so dangerous, because it's like, how are you as a woman in 2025 pedestalizing any man as a collective? Why are you in a random man's, like, you said there were women in this like YT guy's comment section offering him fellatio. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, that to me is insane. It's like, you're doing that, and like, meanwhile you have a bunch of men talking about what 304s they think women are, how we shouldn't have rights, how, justifying violence against. It's just like the contrast between how pick me's talk about males versus how males talk about women. It's mind blowing. And I really do think we have to continue to call them out. And I'm so glad that I caught a live. I know that this live is ending, but I really love your content. And like, I hope that you'll continue doing this because I think what you do is so important, and I've really come to look forward to these. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Gabrielle. Yeah, I'll definitely try to keep doing the lives. It's like somebody right now, because it's like I had something to do, but I was gonna go ahead and try to um like wait and let you guys speak and get everything out. I was like, oh well, I can go ahead and go for like another 30 to 45 minutes. But then when I got another restriction, I was just like, well, let me just go ahead and end it now before they end up report me so much that I can't go live tomorrow. Yeah, it's somebody hating on me, man. And it's ridiculous, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I love y'all. And I'll try my best to come back later today. But if not, I'll come back tomorrow, y'all. I'll see y'all. Bye-bye. And hopefully y'all enjoyed that the read on that guy because he deserved it. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't regret anything. All right, bye.